Right, I have got a Titan Synthoceps build today, but it's a little bit different than what you've already seen. Just keep an eye on that grapple. I'm going to be using Synthoceps in my melee to get my grapple back, and I'm going to be abusing the grapple melee loop. It is absolutely fantastic. Grapple onto something, melee, and you're going to literally have infinite amounts of grapple to keep doing this over and over again. I've used this in every type of content, legendary story modes, normal stuff, and it works perfectly in every situation. Synthoceps, we'll go over the build in a moment, but Synthoceps are absolutely brilliant still. There's been a lot of nerfs with them, especially with glaives, but just don't use a glaive and we can get loads and loads of grapple energy back. Like I said, it's a little loop of play. Grapple onto an enemy and then you can just go ham with your melee. And the best thing about the melee is it doesn't have to be a charged melee for this to work, as long as you latch onto them with your grapple. Look at that, 1-2 grapples already in this little clip, and you can see there how fast it is coming back with the orbs I'm picking up, and I'm abusing the couple of mods that I'm going to break down as we go as well. You're going to create loads and loads of orbs. On top of that, you'll see I'm just creating an infinite amount of orbs whenever I want, and because of all the orbs you're going to get an absolute crap ton of supers. I'm also using ashes to assets and hands-on to get loads of super energy, so stay tuned, I'll break it all down. So now I'm going to go over all the components, all the little ingredients you need to make this happen. Synthoceps is the exotic of choice. These are absolutely fantastic for melee builds. As we all know, you're going to get increased lunge range and increased melee and super damage when you're surrounded. And on there I'm running heavy-handed. Powered melee final blows create orbs of power, and I'm also running firepower. Your grenade final blows create orbs of power, and on top of that I am running this one. This one is really good. Impact induction, causing damage with a melee attack, reduces your grenade cooldown. But firepower is the weird one, getting orbs on grenade kills. Now grapple counts as a grenade, but it doesn't always work with the firepower mod, but it does work if you use it like so. As long as you grapple onto an enemy, it does count as a grenade kill, and then you'll see I'm creating 2 orbs. That is from heavy-handed and firepower, so they're both proccing at the same time. Heavy-handed to create orbs, and I'm also running firepower. They both work together perfectly, so you're going to create 2 orbs every single time. So having the ability to get firepower working on a grapple is really nice. Now keep an eye on my grapple when I go over them 2 orbs I've just created. Instant grapple back more or less, because you're getting quite a lot of energy back, and what I'm doing is I am running this mod here, innovation. Reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. I stack 3 of them, so the 2 orbs that you're creating from the heavy-handed and the firepower mod can be picked straight back up to give you grapple energy back, grenade energy, so it's a nice little loop. And on top of that I'm getting more grenade energy back with bomber mod. Every time I use my class ability I'm going to get grenade energy, so a couple of bomber mods. And on top of that you may as well run the reaper mod. After using your class ability, which you're going to be doing all the time, your next weapon final blow spawns an orb of power. That orb of power, along with the heavy-handed and the firepower mod, all them other orbs are going to work perfectly with your innovation and hands-on. Gain bonus super energy from melee kills, and then you're also going to get bonus super energy on grenade kills. So this is the loop of play. Latch onto an enemy, get your 2 orbs, make sure you pick them up. More often than not you will just pick them up anyway, and then what you're going to do, put your class ability down to get that bomber, and bosh, you've got your grenade grapple energy straight back. So again, double orbs there from the mods I'm using. Pick them up, proc the innovation, get the bomber mod going with your class ability, and you're also going to spawn another orb on your next kill from the reaper, so it's a nice little combo. We could complement this even further with our fragments. Thread of propagation, powered melee final blows grant your Strand weapons unraveling rounds. Thread of generation, dealing damage, generates grenade energy, works perfectly with this. Thread of warding, picking up an orb of power, which we're going to do, grants woven mail, 60% reduction. And thread of mind, defeating suspended targets, gives you class ability for that bomber mod. So these little fragments are absolutely insane. And once you've got it all set up, you're going to get an absolute crap ton of super. What I'm going to do after this clip is I'm going to show you it all working, everything you've just seen. I'm going to show you everything working together, but I just wanted to show you that on the super, the biotic enhancements, what at Synthoceps. You're going to get loads of supers with this build. Take full advantage of Synthoceps, get loads of melee damage that's going to improve your super and obviously all your melees, so it's a really nice little setup. And as we know, the Titan super on Strand is absolutely crazy anyway. Adding Synthoceps to that just enhances it massively, so it's really nice. I've tried this setup in all different types of content, 1830, 1840 stuff, raids. It works in 1840 stuff, but you just have to be a little bit more picky when you go in with your grapple, obviously. But the actual melee does an absolute crap ton of damage, honestly, because as you'll notice, obviously as you're going in there, you've got a couple of enemies surrounded, and that is going to proc your biotic enhancements on the Synthoceps, so it does do some serious damage against all different types of targets. And again, I'll bang on about it, creating loads of orbs. I haven't touched on the amount of orbs that you create for your teammates. Now in this clip, I'm going to focus a little bit more on some artifact perks that we can unlock this season to make this even better. Just shooting these tangles, you're going to be able to suspend things with things like Untangler. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon suspends targets damages by the explosion. Another one to run, which is a right good combo, is Threaded Blast. Destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. So them two are absolutely fantastic together. You can also run Allied Unraveling. Rapid final blows of a strand weapon gives you unraveling rounds. Volatile flow, because we're creating loads of orbs. All these little things you can add to it as well. So just having the ability to, whatever you don't kill, you can pick that tangle up, or you can shoot it with the untangler and everything like that we've just mentioned. All working together just fits perfectly. Thread of propagation, I just want to touch on this just before you go, because it says powered melee final blows grant strand weapons unraveling rounds, but just remember that word powered. Now unraveling rounds are absolutely insane. We've seen a lot of warlock builds with this, with the toxic build, toxic strand build, but you can have this infinitely with your strand weapons on a Titan as well. Just look at the state of that, it's absolutely disgusting. But what I also want to say again, just powered melees, it states on that fragment. I haven't got a powered melee there, but watch, I still get the unraveling rounds. So just go over again, I haven't got a powered melee. This actually counts as a powered melee, so you've literally got infinite unraveling rounds as long as you are using a strand weapon. So that is the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to leave everything that we've talked about in a dim link, and I'll also leave the build playing out just before the end so you get everything together. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.